Welcome back to the poll. Have a seat. So, I get this question a lot. How did I wind up at the pole? It's not really a very simple question to answer. Whenever I first got started, it was just me. I was spending my own money buying gifts or making gifts, spending my own time making gifts or my own money buying gifts. And I traveled all over the world by foot. It took a lot longer. And it was something that it wasn't a worldwide thing at that time. It was just wherever I happened to be. And I made sure to keep, the phrase is, a low profile. I was basically a nobody. Um, and so whenever I was leaving my gifts in secret, everybody thought it was the, at this point, mythical Saint Nicholas. It was actually rather the perfect cover because I didn't look like I didn't look like what anybody thought I should look like as Nicholas. I mean, at this point, it's been hundreds of years since I had lived. Nicholas, the one that they made a saint, that I had lived, that there's no way anybody would ever think it was me. This guy that was just walking around in the streets. And it worked out beautifully that way. Wherever I went, I would leave gifts for people who I would see in need. It wasn't for everybody. It was those who needed me. And over the centuries, I picked up friends here and there. I picked up Mrs. I picked up a few other friends. And yes, they stopped aging too. And eventually we ended up splitting up our operation. I went to the New World when the colonies happened in what is now the United States. I went to the New World, and several of the friends stayed in the European world. And it worked out great then too. We split up our operations. We all delivered in secret, and that's actually when the Positivity Army really started. Was having so many helpers helping me distribute, because I cannot physically be everywhere all at once, and that's the thing. So eventually, many centuries passed. To be honest, I don't even remember when it was that we decided that we needed to move, and it became a pretty universal agreement among all of us that we needed to find a better place, a more central place. The world was becoming more crowded. We needed to be able to find a place where we could not be discovered building toys, working with people, or just doing our gift giving in general. And so one of our friends, can't say who, very big historical figure, he said, well, what about the North Pole? And of course I said, you're crazy. No one can get to the North Pole. No one's ever been there. We're not gonna focus on that. He made a really strong case. Oh, pardon me. He made a really strong case for it. And so we looked into it. I bet you can imagine that his idea won out. North Pole it is. So we all moved to the North Pole. We had enough funding and resources at that time to build a small bunker under the ice, so that we would not be discovered by anybody, because at that time explorers were still trying to get to the North Pole, and some succeeded. And so we had to kind of go under the ice and stay warm, because we're still human, and things of that nature. I cannot honestly remember when that was. It was, I know it was sometime in the around 1300 to 1500, somewhere in there in that 200 years. But that's how we got to the pole. We needed a place for secrecy. We needed a place where we wouldn't be disrupted. And that was the perfect place. Although I freely admit now that I've gotten onto social media and the way that the world works today, I am less concerned about privacy, my privacy, mine, Santa, than I was. We definitely have to keep the pole a secret, its location, and some of the elves need to stay secret. Some of the helpers. I'll do another video another time about what people get right and what people get wrong about the elves, because several of when people think of elves, they're not thinking of elves. They're thinking about what I'm now calling my positivity elves, the full-grown adults that help me in my mission to spread love, joy, and positivity all over the world. That's a thing. It's a thing. There are a lot of adults that normal, average, typical humans that help me, and they are my positivity elves, and that's several of the people are who are here at the pole. So I need to protect their privacy as well. I hope that answers your question. I hope it's satisfactory. If you have more questions, please leave your questions in the comments below. Don't forget, please hit the subscribe button. It helps out the channel, it helps me, it helps the mission of the Positivity Army. That's what it's all about, is the Positivity Army, spreading kindness and joy across the world. And you do that by helping the channel grow, and it's completely free. Just that little subscribe button wherever it is. It's probably up here. No, it's not. It's probably up here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably going to end up putting it up here. There's lots of ways you can support the Positivity Army. I have links in the description below, but the easiest and fastest is that subscribe button. And I can't thank you enough. Have a wonderful day.